Good morning, students. Today the next topic we study under machine learning unit 2 is multilinear regression and the various types of regression. So let us see the key takeaways for today's session. So here we will be having a brief introduction on linear line, right? How the line is being drawn. We have positive line and negative line. We will be seeing the various graphs also of the line. Then we will see about introduction on multilinear regression, and we will also compare it with simple linear regression. Then we will see about the different types of regression and the various applications of multilinear regression as well as simple regression, followed by certain assignments. So multilinear regression is basically useful when you have many variables. Simple regression is useful when you have a single input variable, whereas multilinear regression works on more than one variable. Like for example, you want to calculate the salary of a person given the age and experience. So you have two variables here, age and experience. So that is where multilinear expressions or multilinear regression comes into picture. Let us see more about this. Before that, let us see about the regression line. So regression is basically a supervised learning technique, as we discussed in the last session, which helps in finding the correlation between the variables and enables us to predict a continuous output variable, and that is basically based on one or more predictor variables. So you have more than one predictor variables and you try to predict the continuous output. So it is mainly used for prediction, forecasting, time series modeling and determining the causal effect relationship between the variables. It has various applications, basically more useful in predictions, various predictions. Now what is a regression line? This is basically a line that is trying to show the relationship between the dependent and the independent variable, and so it is called as a regression line. It is a linear line. So you basically have two types of relationship lines that can be drawn. It is a positive linear relationship and a negative linear relationship. Now let us see what is a positive linear relationship. As the name suggests, positive means it is going to increase. So here you can see if the dependent variable increases on the y-axis and the independent variable increases on the x-axis, then such a relationship is termed as a positive linear relationship. So here you can see you have x and y and the line is increasing. Right? So the equation here considered is y is equal to a0 plus a1 x. Right? So this is basically a positive linear relationship where the y also increases and the x also increases. The variable which is mapped on y-axis is the dependent variable and the independent variable is mapped on the x-axis. Similarly, we have negative linear relationship. Here you can see you have the y-axis and the x-axis, and if the dependent variable decreases on the y-axis and the independent variable decreases on the x-axis, then such a relationship is termed as negative linear relationship. Here the equation is y is equal to a0 plus a1 x. Right? So there line is trying to show a negative line of regression. So it is termed as negative linear regression. Now the cost function that is basically used for measuring or evaluating a linear regression is mean squared error, which is termed as MSE. Right? So this is basically the average of the square error that has occurred between the predicted values and the actual values. The formula specified here is MSE is equal to 1 into 1 by n, summation of I varying from 1 to n, right, of yi minus a1 xi plus a0 the whole square. So that is basically the square of the errors that have occurred between the predicted value and the actual values. Right? So here n is basically the total number of observations that are made, and yi is the actual value, and a1 x1 and a0 is the predicted value. Just look at the function. This is very important because it is a cost function which is useful to evaluate how strong the model is learned and how strong the model has predicted the values, right? If the error is less, that means the prediction is pretty good. If the error is more, that means the predictions are weak, they are not very strong or good. Now let us see about multilinear regression. It's termed as multiple linear regression or MLR. It is also called as multiple regression. Right? So it is a statistical technique that uses several explanatory variables, right? There are more than one x, right? There is a single y and more than one x, and this is basically used to predict the outcome of the response variable. Like as I told you, you have the salary to be guessed based on age and experience. So age and experience are two variables, right, which we know. Based on that we try to predict the salary. So MLR is extensively applied in econometrics and financial inference, right? So basically goal of MLR is to model the linear relationship between the independent variable, which are also called as explanatory variables, and response variable, that is also termed as a dependent variable. Now here you can see the difference between a simple linear regression and a multilinear regression. Simple linear regression is just having the expression y is equal to b0 plus b1 x1, where you have only one x1. Whereas with multilinear regression you have multiple x1 values, that is the independent variables are many. Right? So the expression here is y is termed as a dependent variable, and here you have y is equal to b0 plus b1 into x1 plus b2 into x2 and so on up to bn into xn. So this is basically termed as a multiple linear regression. Now this is another representation just trying to show where there is a single predictor x tends to y, right, where you depending on the value of x you try to predict the value of y. This is basically your linear regression, whereas the visual model for multilinear regression shows there are multiple predictors. You have x1 to xn and they are trying to predict the value of y. So multiple values of x is indication that it is a multilinear regression, which is termed as MLR in short. Now this is the example I was discussing about. You have the data set. That is basically 100 data points are there in the data set. You can see there are dots shown, they are termed as 100 data points, and y is your salary which you are trying to predict based on two factors, that is x1 and x2. x1 is the experience of the employee and x2 is the age. So here you have trying to predict the y value, that is the salary, right, which is basically drawn on the y axis, that is your dependent variable, and independent variable x1 and x2 are drawn on the y axis and the other. So just see the cube that is being drawn. Right? So your main intention is try to minimize the yi minus y hat, that is the error factor. You try to predict as close as possible. So that is done by using MLR. Now let us see the difference between linear regression versus multiple linear regression. Simple linear regression basically establishes a linear relationship between two variables using a straight line, right? As we saw. It's basically a very much a straight line which could be a positive or negative. Normally it is seen as positive, right? So it attempts to draw a line that comes closest to the points, data points, by finding the slope and the intercept which define the line and try to minimize the regression errors. As I told you, the intention is to reduce the errors and predict more accurately, right? So simple linear regressions can be linear as well as non-linear. Even multiple regressions also can be linear as well as non-linear. Let us see about it. So simple linear regression, as I told you, has only one x and only one y value, right? Whereas multiple linear regressions are based on certain assumptions that there is a linear relationship between both the dependent and the independent variable or the predictor variables and the target variable. So it also assumes that there is no major correlation between the independent variables, right? So multilinear regression, as I told you, can be linear or it can be non-linear. Now it has one y and it could have more than one, or minimum two it should be having to call it as multilinear. So 2x value, right? More than 2 also possible. And as I told you, one independent and more than one dependent values, right? So they are termed as multilinear. Now these are the various types of regressions, right? like you have the linear regression which we discussed, then you have the polynomial regression, you have the support vector regression, you have the decision tree regression which you'll be seeing in the further sessions, then you have the random forest regression, you have the ridge regression, lasso regression and logistic regression. Right? So these are various types of regressions which are used in data science and machine learning. Data science basically uses the machine learning algorithm itself. Right? So data science doesn't have separate algorithms, but it uses machine learning algorithms for prediction, classification, whatever task they want to do. Right? So each type of it has its own importance on different scenarios, right? But at the core, all are basically regression methods only, and they try to analyze the effect of an independent variable on the dependent variable. Now there are certain advantages of multilinear regression. Firstly, it provides a good degree of flexibility, right? The interaction between the variables can be incorporated and those can be eliminated which provide very less or least insight into the model. So we consider only those variables which will provide us a better insight and eliminate those which do not provide any specific insight into the model. Right? Multiple regression allows a statistician to explore the effect of more than one variable on the outcome he wants to study. So it uses data very efficiently and can make useful predictions with even smaller data set. So it can work even with a very smaller data set with 100 data points also. Normally machine learning algorithms need more data, but this can work or give good results even with a smaller data. So it can allow us to construct easy equations of various parameters which can help give predictions and can accordingly be optimized. Right? So various equations can be constructed which are easy for the various parameters that are considered, and they can give various predictions and also can be optimized. Now as it has advantages, every system has disadvantages. So here the disadvantage of multiple regression comes down when comes down to the data you are trying to use, what specific data you are trying to use. At times incomplete data and falsely can create issues that can have or conclude a correlation is a causation. So you should be having an appropriate data set. Now there are various real applications of regression as listed. It can give us the impact of SAT score or GPA on the various college admissions. Every college has certain tests to be conducted. So specifically if you are considering SAT score or the GPA, this will tell us which student will be admitted where, right, based on the pass rate. Then impact of product price on the number of sales, right? How many products were sold, what was the impact of that, and what should be the product for the future sales, right? So it is the product price impact on the various sales that were conducted in the past. Then impact of rainfall on the number of fruits they yield. If at all there is a heavy rainfall, at times it can affect the growth of the fruits, right? So that impact can be analyzed. And also if it is very less rainfall, also it can affect the growth of the fruits. So impact of blood alcohol content on the coordinator, right? How the blood alcohol, normally when a person is trying to drive a car, drunken driving can create issues. So they try to measure, right, and try to see the alcohol content, what is there in the specific blood by using various devices. So it can also help in predicting what will be impact of that, right, based on such data collected. And then you can study the engine performance for the test data in the automobiles, right? It can be applied even in the automobile industries to study the performance of the engine, right? They have the various data for the past engines that were observed, and based on that they can try to make the predictions, how good the future engines could be. And least square regression, this is also one of the regressions. This is used to model the causal relationship between the parameters even in a biological system. So you can see it also has applications in the biological system. So it could be used in mechanical industries, in electronical industries, in biological, in physics. It has various applications. So these are the questions for today's session, which are very important. It is just trying to differentiate between linear regression and logistic regression. Logistic regression will be seen soon, and also discussion of linear regression with an example where you can discuss about the salary and or some other example where only salary and age is considered or salary and experience is considered. If you consider both, then multiple linear regression could be explored. So stay tuned to learn more about machine learning on this channel. If you have any queries, do not hesitate to contact me at the specified email ID. Thank you. We are done for today.